Okay, guys, we're back for yet another Bleach Brave Souls video, and we are going to talk about if part 2 is going to be worth summoning on, and I'm gonna give you guys my direct answer. Yes, even though the character choosing is a bit weird, I think that this is a very good banner worth summoning on because of the simple matter of fact that we got ourselves another overpowered tech unit and finally a broken power character, because that we've been missing a character with Frenzy 3 with High Berserker SP boost for a long time, and now we finally got it, and he's funny enough better than Aizen. That being said, by the time the banner drops, part 1 will be gone. And I do still think that part 1 has a lot better value in terms of what characters we have. You have the best mind unit in the game being Ichigo, Rukia, who is an outstanding speed character with the Stern Ritter killer. And in my opinion, the filler pool is still so much better to get your hands on because you have 9th Anniversary, Gremmy, and Kenpachi, who are still one of the best characters in the game, and Mugetsu, who is a very nice and valuable link that can help buff up your characters, Tenjiro, who's an excellent support, Soifon, Shinji, and yeah, a lot of good characters. Even Unohana has aged nicely. Just Mask isn't needed as much, as well as Sajin and Chad is just completely worthless. So there's that. Part 1 is going to be gone. I kind of wish it were like Dokkan with their anniversary and global celebrations, where they have both of the parts out simultaneously. But this is BBS. You can't have the best of both worlds, which is very unfortunate. But now, let's just go ahead and talk about the banner. I easily recommend you guys to summon on the main banner first and foremost. The individual banners, I would mainly use it as a last resort to get either the missing character or go for duplicates, because these are limited characters. They will not be appearing in the premium pool compared to the 10th anniversary characters. So that's kind of the reason why. And all 3 of the individual banners are bad, so like you're only pulling for the main character. If you don't get the main character, it is unfortunate, realistically speaking. So, yeah, that being said, just like part 1, this is a 50-step banner. So, if you guys choose to summon, there are no unfeatured. This is what you guys are seeing. Just these 3 characters and these other 9 fillers. And yeah, I think it's a lot less valuable compared to part 1, but it still does have some good pickups to get. So, yeah. Again, 25-step banner to 50. So you guys should be good. No unfeatured, 6% rate. And they did up the filler pool of the 50-step banner, but I still would not really recommend going 50 steps on it at all. Just go 25 steps. And just save for whenever we get the next Burn the Witch banner, because I think that's going to be the next big banner to summon on right after this. So with that being said, it is now time to go ahead and talk about the characters. So let's just go ahead and get right onto that. So, starting it off with Renji. This guy is a powerhouse, and he is competing already with 9th Anniversary Kenpachi and Full Brain Bankai Ichigo. Why? Simple. He has the same EX move as Ichigo and Kenpachi. The massive spiritual pressure boost. 100% SP boost, and once you proc the status elements, yeah, you're looking at a good 360% SP boost. And this guy is also very, very cracked. Let's just get right into it, because he has Frenzy 3, Berserker 60, Soul Reaper Resonance. The more Soul Reaper allies are on the field, the more damage you get. In Yokas, you can get up to 30%. You also have damage to lacerated enemies of 80%, debilitator of plus 2 seconds, and the increased element chance against Quincy's, Poise Break, the 80% SP boost, weaken defense, and weaken duration minus 200%. And they structured him a little differently, because on the SA1 and SA3 and the Soul Bomb, you proc double ailments of Lacerate and Burn, which is really fucking good. And then the SA2 is Lacerate Plus with a superior SA2, which is really good. So there's that to take into consideration. And he also has the EX skill like 10th Anniversary Ichigo and Rukia, where it's damage to lacerated enemies. Now, if you guys get this character 5-5, you're going to be able to have 40%. At base, we kind of don't know what the base value is until the character drops into the game, which is kind of stupid, but it is what it is. Other than that, this guy's very cracked. And yes, he does have Havoc, Sharpshooter, Sprinter +1. Yeah, he's just going to be a little bit more on the slower side because no long stride, but it is what it is, man. You can't really go the best of both worlds, but this guy's DPS is a powerhouse. And yeah, oh, he has the same SA3 as 9th Anniversary Kenpachi. 2-stage charged SA. We haven't seen that for like a good whole year because of how broken it was. That was what allowed Kenpachi to get 58 seconds. Now, I don't think this character will be able to get that same score as Kenpachi, but he can definitely get very, very close. Because take a look at his kit. He has a 3k length beam with 1020 width. Now, this is kind of like my gripe, because beams are not that crazy good in Guild Quest because of how linear they are, so one-shotting Wave 3 is going to be just as annoying as Ichigo. But then you have the same SA2 as True Shikai. Now, it being a superior SA2, I do expect it to be a lot better. Even more so with the EX Spiritual Pressure boost move. And then, yeah. I think this time around, it's a full screen into full screen this time. It's not 975, so that's very interesting. You have to stay in the middle of the map, but honestly, that's fine. You just use the SA2, Wave 1, SA3, Wave 2, and then, yeah, you just use those SA1 whenever you can. And, yeah, other than that, this guy's better than Gremmy. Easily better than Gremmy. Nothing to really complain about. He's fantastic. Considering we had Renji as a PvP unit last year, seeing a broken SP unit out of him, yeah, that's fantastic. Now, onto Jushiro. This guy is also... And I still wish that the roles are reversed, because I would prefer him being the PvP character and Uryu being the power SP unit. But in that kind of sense, I don't mind it, because this is more than likely Jushiro's last canon unit before we get another broken Jushiro. And because Uryu will have his moment in Core 4, we can still get another unit. So there's still hope, lads. There's still hope. Now, this guy is on the same level as 10th Anniversary Ichigo, and I would probably argue to say a bit better than Rukia with what this guy has, but he's still ridiculous with what he has at his disposal. So for starters, Team Party Strong Attack Recharge of 10%. This is a very godly limit breaker skill that will give recharge to the entire party and allows them to get their cooldowns back upon moving to the next map. It's basically end of year Ichigo's defeated enemy bonus, but as a 6-star ability, so you don't have to kill enemy mobs, just bring him into limit breaker quest, and yeah, he's going to be getting his strong attacks back and even your allies, which is very good. Complete status immunity of 200%, so against the Element Plus puddles, he's going to be fine. Berserker 80%, Bombardment +1, damage to paralyzed enemies of 80, Devoteer of +5 seconds, Devastation of 80%, Frenzy 3, increased element chance against all Ronkars, Long Stride, 100% SP boost, and weaken defense with Paralysis Plus on his entire kit. And he too does have the EX skill, and this time around it's the same one as Ichigo, 30% Berserker at 5/5. So yeah, multiplicative buff, and this guy is going to be very, very cracked. And he has a superior SA2 on the SA2, which is very nice. Again, same innate skills. Havoc 20, Sharpshooter, Burner +2. And here is the kit. Yeah. SA1 is going to be the Suction Vortex, so he's going to be sucking in enemy mobs like that. Same SA2 as End of Year Ichigo. Very nice to see this return. 1020 in front. And then you have a regular 1200 raise full screen SA3. Which is very good. Oh, and the EX attack, it's a fucking homing vortex. It's a fucking homing vortex. Yeah. W fucking unit. W fucking unit. Again, I just wish it was Uryu, but I don't mind. I don't mind. He's very good. He's cracked. Easily the best of the power attribute, just like Renji's the best for technique. Uryu, on the other hand, is going to be the PvP character. And this guy is a PvP king because second character to get Persistence Breaker, and he says fuck you to Atkin. He says fuck you to Uryu. I mean Renji, excuse me. He says fuck you to Orihime, bro. He blocks boosts and debuffs. And then in PvP, now, he doesn't have boosts and debuff, but with the skill right here, he does start off with some stat increases. Now, we don't know the actual percentage values. It might be on Reddit, but we'll have to see about that. Persistence, Persistence Breaker, Prevent Lasted Survival, half stamina only, decreased damage taken of -50%. has the invincibility skill, Glory 3 with a bruiser of 40%, ignore Brave Vow invincibility, Pierce Barrier, and Poise, and he has killers of Stern Ritter and Soul Reaper. That is what he has, and he is a range character. So yeah, unfortunately, I don't think that this guy's going to be a lot better than Askin because he can proc Poison and has the boost outside of PvP. Unfortunately, the stat boost is only going to be in PvP this time around, which is a bit unfortunate to say the least. But, yeah, not much else to say. He's the best PvP character that we have right now, and he also does have an EX skill of having Bruiser this time around. I believe it's 30% once at 5-5. Should be multiplicative like Ichigo and Jushiro. For Renji, we don't know about that, but, yeah. And he also has long reach of 20%, sharpshooter, and sprint +1. And he has the the melee collision nat string, so same nat string as Askin. He has a beam on the SA1, 800 AoE in front, 900 radius all around him. I mean, it's a nat character, so not much to really state. Yeah, all three of the characters are amazing. Easily. Very good. So yeah, they stand alongside the 10th anniversary characters and 9th Anni Kenpachi and Unfear Ichigo. Now, we can go ahead and talk about the fillers. And there are some fillers that are good and some that are bad, which is why I say that Part 1 has the more valuable filler pool. But I think the best filler to pull would easily be this guy, Nimaya Oh-Etsu. Still the only purity character that we have in the game that can compete with the best units in the game overall. Right now, with how we have gotten so many characters, he is still a top 10 character, realistically speaking. And he's very good. Frenzy 2, 100% damage to enemies not inflicted by an ailment, which we'll call it purity, by the way, with the soul trait of giving him 40% more, which is good. He has the gauge effect of strong attack reaches of 30%, bombardment +1, gauge rampage, long stride, poise break, start gauge, strong attack recharge time of -12%, and weakened defense. The only weak part about this character is going to be the X move because it has a very long activation time. You do stay in place and doesn't have as much range. The only perk is just filling up the gauge a little bit faster. But once you activate the gauge, yeah, this guy gets a Frenzy 3. Just like that. And an additional 100% Berserker. Which is insane. So yeah, once you get the gauge active, he has Frenzy 3, 100% Berserker, 140% Purity, and this guy's kit is still very cracked. 3k length beam, 870 lunge, 1200 radius, SA3. We cannot go wrong with him, and he still does have a Havoc of 20, Marauder, and Sprinter +2. He is still the third best speed character in the game. He is still that cracked, bro. I want more purity characters like him. Why haven't we gotten another character like him in a year, man? God damn it. Now, the next character is going to be Hollow Bankai Toshiro. Now, unfortunately, this guy has been replaced for the Range Stern Ritter Guild Quest, and the 5th Anni Byakuya, the renewed version, completely takes his place. But we haven't gotten a complete replacement for Range No Affiliation yet, so getting copies of this character still serves a purpose at the end of the day. He does have recharge time of -12 with 20% strong attack damage, Berserker 50, that goes up to 70 with the soul traits, complete status immunity of 100% this time, not 200, team party heart attribute soul reaper damage status summon affected enemies of 40%, with bombardment +1 damage to frozen enemies, the build tear of +5 seconds, devastation 50, frenzy 2, increased summon chance against no affiliation enemies, long stride, 80% SP boost, and weakened defense. What's the problem with this character? Simply put, no killer plus. That is the one thing that made this guy fall off so fast. And, yeah, in the end, Soifun ended up aging better than this guy, and even Oh-Etsu. So, yeah, that's the very unfortunate thing, because he is still a pretty fun character. Havoc of 20, Sharpshooter, Sprint +1. And then the kit, he spawns the same EX move as 10th Anniversary Rukia. 3k length beam, 1020 width. His SA2 is going to be the Suction Vortex in front, 5th Anni Byakuya. The speed one, similar kind of esque strong attack. I prefer 10th Anni Rukia's more because it just has a lot more to it, because if you miss like an enemy mob from the back, it becomes a full screen, but this isn't the case, and then has a full screen 1200 radius SA3. This guy can still get very good scores. I've been able to get 52 seconds with him in a Range Stern Ritter Guild Quest. If you do not have 5th Anni Byakuya, this guy's good, but you need to get this guy max transcended. That's the thing. 2-5, yeah, you can easily replace this guy with a 1-5 Byakuya. It's not even funny. 5-5, it's kind of like the sweet spot where this guy can still perform nicely, but if you guys get Byakuya in the future, it's going to be better. Who knows when he'll be back. It is an anniversary remake at the end of the day. So, yeah. Up next is going to be Robert. I believe this might be his second time returning in a banner, and because he has a mid-1000 year blower unit, yeah, these types of characters do return a lot faster. I just wish that Basby was in the banner. But this character, you definitely want to get alongside Renji, even though, in my opinion... Oh wait, no, not alongside Renji. Definitely want to get him alongside Jushiro because he is the best normal attacking character for the ranged Ronker guild quest. And if you are somehow still running Zombietta, this is the perfect NAD character to run alongside her and Grammy to buff him. So yeah, normal attack damage of 35%, a Ronker killer, ranged, technique attribute character, normal attack damage of 20%, bruiser 50, enhancer 10 seconds, fire immunity, flurry +1, flurry +2 in guild quest, extra killer effect in guild quest, extra range damage in guild quest with long reach, 20%, and poise, does have booster, and he also comes with the defeated enemy bonus of providing more strong attack damage, which kind of is wasted because you already have the Mugetsu link doing the job as a whole. But if you do not have Mugetsu, yeah, you can take advantage of his defeated enemy bonus, really, and I think you only need to be 20-25 somewhere along the lines to unlock it. But yeah, it does have guard break, dodge or Ronker damage, sprint +2, and he does have the same melee collision nat string, so nothing wrong with that. It doesn't really matter too much, but it is a fun one though because he has like double beams. I would like to see that a little more. He's still the only one to have this unique type of SA2. But yeah, overall a valuable character to pick up for ranged Ronker. You cannot go wrong with that. And then up next is going to be True Shikai. Now True Shikai has been hard replaced by, of course, 10th Anniversary Rukia. And of course, for Melee Soul Reaper, he still works alongside Unohana for getting the highest scores. And of course, Basby is still the better character. So unfortunately, this guy has been replaced hard. But if you do get this guy 5 out of 5, you can still do some work with this guy. It's just that no killer plus, and he only has a Berserker of 20%, and it's only through the Soul trait. But besides that, he has complete ailment immunity, bombardment, does a lot of damage upon inflicting the ailments. He was the first ever character to get increased ailment chance against killer, and has damage to lacerated enemies of 60%, damage to weakened enemies by 40, debilitator +5, frenzy 2, havoc, hit underground enemies, increased ailment chance against Soul Reapers and Quincy's, Marauder, 80% SP boost, weaken and lacerate, and what else? Long stride, poise, and sprint +2. With the SA1 being the 3k length beam into 1020. I mean, with width of 1020, you guys get the point. Mags being a bit low, but you guys get it. It's a two-phase beam. 960 into 1020. This is the same lunge that Renji has, but Renji has it better because he has a superior SA2. And then the two-stage charge SA3. He is the progenitor of the SA3. So, yeah. Unfortunately, this guy has fallen off a lot. So right now, I would argue to say that his only value is going to be in Limit Breaker Quest. But if you guys still, for whatever reason, are missing 10th Anniversary Rukia in Christmas Little Toto for the Melee Stern Rotor Guild Quest, you can use this character. And for Melee Soul Reaper, yeah, if you're still missing Basby, if you're still missing, I don't know, Magic Giselle, this guy still has some value. But besides that, yeah, that is all. Orihime, she is another Brave Battle character. At this point, only going to be used for being able to hard counter Askin, because Askin, even with his boosts being blocked off, he still has poison with Disabler, so he can screw over his opponents. And Orihime can still work, because she does have Flurry 3, and does have Persistence. No Persistence Breaker, but she does have the same typical PvP skills, so nothing wrong with that. And once you're at half stamina, which unfortunately, let's be honest, with Uryu and Miller Rose running rampant in the meta, I'm gonna be honest, this is not gonna be as consistent. But yeah, it does have Ignore Brave Bow's invincibility, Poise, Prevent Brave Bow healing, and can give out debuffs and shields. Captain Killer. Sadly, we don't have any Captain Killers that are dominant in the meta, so like, her killer is not going to be that crazy. You're only using this character just to be able to counter against Askin. That is literally the only reason. So yeah, range collision beam, nat string, excuse me. Kit doesn't matter too much. And then the soul tree, yeah, sharpshooter, paralysis immunity, sprint +1. So yeah, still usable in brave battles, funny enough, but you definitely want to get some copies for her. Byakuya, just a booster for melee, no affiliation, guild quest, not much to really say. There's just better units to take advantage of. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Oh-Etsu will be able to get 56 seconds. So, not much besides good link, I guess. Full stamp 30. Yeah. I can't really say much. He also doesn't have Havoc, too. He sucks. 2.5k length beam, 800 AoE, full screen. No SP boost. Frenzy, too, with a butt ton of damage, but no SP boost, no Havoc. He kinda is mid. This character sucks. I cannot say anything else about this unit. The only good thing about this character is the link. That's it. Full stamina damage boost of 30%. You're not using her. She's just collection. Mid-kit, barrage, fucking garbage. Use renewed 6th anniversary Aizen or Mind Candace, bruh. She's not that good. I'm not even gonna discuss the character. Uryu, just a farmer. I cannot say anything else. Just for farming single-player Linksaw trials, this is the only reason why you want him. But besides that, we have better farmers now. Alabel, and whatever tech unit came out after her. Yeah, Magic Society, Askin. Pretty sure a lot of you guys already have this character, but yeah, he's not that good anymore. And then finally, as Aizen, this guy, he is still fun, and he is still one of the few characters to have the status element attack boost. So like in PvE, Epic Raids, this guy can still dominate. In Guild Quest though, unfortunately, because his increased element chance is only against speed attribute enemies, and he doesn't have Guild Quest skills similar to Cacao Society Ulquiorra, and believe it or not, I don't think we have a melee Ronker Killer with Element Plus. I mean, it's going to be a bit difficult to use this character, but still a fun unit. At the end of the day, does boost. Unfortunately, no booster, so that's another issue. So, yeah. Oh wait, I just realized the one Element Plus character that we're getting is Jushiro, so you can't use this Aizen now that I think about it. Just saying. But yeah, that is pretty much it. Just a fun character. So, yeah, that is pretty much it. Other than that, this is a very good banner to summon on after part 1. I will be going 25 steps myself because I definitely need to get this Renji. I'm missing Christmas Retsu. Jushiro, I want him because I want to replace Zombietta. She's not that good anymore. And Uryu, he's going to be the new PvP king. So, yeah. Him, Miller Rose, and Askin should pretty much be the best team in Brave Battles. So, with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you guys have enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and all that good stuff. And I hope to see you guys all in the next one. So, yeah. Best of luck to your summons, and that is it. Take care. Bye. Sayonara. Ciao, ciao.